I was never more clear in my life than when I knew I was going to create my daughter, when everybody said I couldn't. But I knew, and nobody was going to define it any other way, period. So that's the old way, baby. I know, I doubt, I question, I don't know. That's how we think we get clear. And that's how we sabotage ourselves from the clarity that we are. Okay, so I want you all to claim with me, I know I am the highest answer. Just please claim it for yourself. I am the highest answer. As the Hopi Indians have said, we are the people we're waiting for. We are the one. You are the God you've been praying to. I am the highest answer. Because if we're not the highest answer, how can we be clear? Well, I don't know that I'm the highest answer, so is what I'm hearing really the highest thing? Because I don't know. And if I don't know that I'm the highest answer, then how do I know I have control or direction over anything in my life? I don't know. So we keep saying I don't know and going, I wonder why I can't get clear. Anytime you say you don't know, you're giving yourself a direction not to know. The universe says yes. So if you want to be very clear and have clarity, you've got to claim I know. I know, I simply am remembering what I know. Because all of the information's right there. I don't do anything that's not available to you. And neither, by the way, does anybody else. All right, I am the highest answer, which means we are going to start at the blank page of creation. Nothing written on it, no stories to tell, no stories to drag with us to recreate ourselves from. No more fight of cancer, right? No more war on drugs. Blank page. I don't have to get rid of a disease to know I want to create health. So all I'm going to focus on is I am health and wellness. That's what I am. That's the only thing in my virtual reality I see. We don't have to anymore create lack to know and be clear that we want abundance and money and more than enough. So that's the virtual reality I'm choosing to picture and therefore create as my life. Okay, under this, I am the highest answer. One of the first things you have to know is there is no time. There is no time. Time is an illusion. And if you have a belief in time, then you will drag the past because it still exists, and you will keep focused on the future because it still exists, and you will forget the moment of now, which is where you create everything in. If you keep looking at the past, you will not be clarity in your life because you will be focused on stuff that created you being unclear. Well, why did my father commit suicide? Well, why was he an alcoholic? Well, what's the reason that I got fired? Well, what's the reason that I'm this sexual preference? Well, and why? And not a lot of time to be clear about what you want to create there. Right? Don't fix anything. You're there. Do you understand? You're there. It's done. Just the constant cycle of creation. I am the constant cycle of creation. What do I want to create now? What do I want to create now? And in this moment, this moment, this moment, this moment. Because when I leave this moment and the creation of it, I leave creation. And once we leave creation, we cannot be clear. You with me? So how can I be clear about creating love, peace, harmony, abundance, wellness, joy, unlimited thought, if I'm back here looking at the poo? You remember my poo story. The more you focus on how deep your poo is, the less you create the pony in the moment. You can't get clear about the pony because you can't see the pony because you're looking at the poo. When we look for things to show up, we stop creating in this moment and we start waiting. And if you are waiting, you are not creating. I actually read this last night at the Santa Monica Library, the part from Bright Light, where I said, I didn't know how to create my career after E.T. because I was waiting for it to come out. I was waiting for everybody to see me in a big film. I was waiting, and not until years later did I realize I'd stopped creating me all that time because I was waiting for something in the future. And if you're waiting for something in the future, it's always going to be in the future, even when you get to the time you were waiting for. So if we're waiting for anything or anyone outside of ourselves to define ourselves, we are not creating, and we are not clear then. We are out of clarity because we are not in creation. When the masculine and feminine are in balance, the child is already conceived in the moment. Okay, it's a metaphor, so stick with me. The sperm and the egg come together. In the moment that they meet, the child is there. It's created. What we do is we, if we're lucky, bring the masculine and feminine, the divine idea, the instinct, the intuition, together with the power of the creative force, and then we go, in 9 months, maybe I'll have a baby. That's what it means when it says it's already delivered unto you. The moment that divine idea comes together with the power of commitment and clarity, that is manifested for you, and now you just wait for it to show up. Oh, nobody got that. Oh, you should have busted me, so I knew you got it. You don't wait for anything. It's done. And you keep going on to create. You keep going on to create. And then everything is created all the time. And what you created here may be coming in here, but what you created there is here. So you're receiving all the time. You with me? Okay, great. When the masculine and feminine are in balance, the child is already conceived in the moment. It's already done into you. So follow this little formula. I know keeps us in trust. keeps us in creation, and creates us as clarity. So when I know that I can create something, now they're going to give it to you in every way they can tonight to show you that it's all interchangeable. It took me about an hour to figure that out because I kept saying, I'm not supposed to shift this here. I'm not supposed to change that there. I don't understand. Up here you said, and they finally went, hello, Dee, you're not getting it. It doesn't matter. Because all of them work together. No rules, no regulations. I know, when I know, I'm in trust. And that keeps me in creation. So I know I'm an actor. I trust I can act. I go out and I act. And that allows me to be even more clear that I'm an actress. Are you with me? Okay. So the more you know, the more you know, the more you trust yourself, the more you take it out and experience it, which creates more clarity of your knowing. I create, I am creation. I know, I trust, I am clarity. All exist at once and interact, and none of them can exist without the other, because then you go out of the balance of masculine, feminine, and child. So let me put it another way. I know it's really heady stuff tonight. You can see how far we've expanded in the webinars with this information. I create, I know, I trust, I am clear, I am clarity. All of those interweave themselves with each other and keep us in the balance of masculine, feminine, and child. And what does masculine, feminine, and child energy has to be in balance for creation to happen? So in order for creation to happen, we have to be clear, we have to know, we have to trust, and we have to create. So I want to make sure that you guys get that in order to create, you have to create. You got that? In order for you to create, you have to create. You have to live every moment in creation. So anytime you've stopped creating, you move out of clarity, you move out of trust, you move out of knowing, okay? And then you're not creating anymore.
Thank you for listening to this sample from one of Dee Wallace's enlightening webinars. If you liked what you heard and would like to listen to the complete webinar, click the link in the description below. This is but a small sampling of the many awesome downloads, archive shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings available at www.imdwallace.com.